Most people think retirement planning is about building the biggest account possible. In reality, retirement is not about how much money you have sitting in an account. It is about one simple question. Can I cover my essential bills for the rest of my life? Because once you retire, the paychecks stop. The bills do not. You still have mortgage or property taxes, utilities, groceries, gas, insurance premiums, medical expenses, home maintenance, and car repairs. And if you are like many people in their 60s, maybe you have around $400,000, $500,000, or even $700,000 saved between a 401k and IRA savings account or a brokerage account. That sounds like a lot of money. If you start pulling from that account every month without a plan, it can disappear much faster than people realize. Hi, I'm Michael Larson. For years, I've helped families think through retirement, Medicare, insurance, and income planning. One thing I can tell you is this: the people who enjoy retirement the most are not always the people with the most money. They are the people who have the most certainty. They know their essential bills are covered. They know they can turn the TV off when the stock market crashes. They know they are not one bad year away from financial stress. That is exactly where annuities can help. Now, before we go any further, let me be very clear. Annuities are not magic. They are not designed to make you rich overnight. They are not something you should put all of your money into. Annuities are simply one tool. When they are used correctly, they can help create something many retirees are missing: guaranteed income they cannot outlive. Think about it this way. Most people have two types of expenses in retirement. First, there are your essential expenses. These are bills you absolutely must pay every month, no matter what happens. Things like housing, groceries, electricity, health insurance, prescription costs, car insurance, basic transportation, cell phone bill, property taxes. Then there are your optional expenses. These are things you want to do, you could reduce or delay if needed. Things like vacations, eating out, gifts for family, golf, hobbies, extra travel, upgrading vehicles, home remodeling. The mistake many retirees make is using the same bucket of money for both essential expenses and optional spending. That means when the market goes down, they suddenly feel like every dollar is at risk. And then fear takes over. They stop spending. They stop enjoying life. They start checking their account every day. And they constantly wonder, am I taking out too much money? Will my money last? What happens if we have another crash? I have seen people with over $1 million saved still live in fear because they do not have a plan for dependable monthly income. At the same time, I have seen people with $400,000 saved feel very secure because they know their essential expenses are covered. That is the difference. How do you figure out if an annuity can help you? Start with this simple exercise. Add up your essential monthly expenses. Let's say your monthly essentials look something like this. Property tax and housing costs, $800. Groceries, $700. Utilities and phone, $350. Insurance premiums, $500. Gas and transportation, $300. Healthcare and prescriptions, $500. Miscellaneous essentials, $350. That gives you about $3,500 per month in must-pay expenses. Next, subtract your guaranteed income sources. Maybe you and your spouse receive $2,200 a month from Social Security. That means you still have a gap of about $1,300 a month. That $1,300 gap is where an annuity can come in. Instead of hoping your investment account can safely provide that income forever, you can use a portion of your savings to create a stream of guaranteed monthly income. For example, depending on age, health, rates, and the type of annuity, someone may be able to use part of their retirement savings to create enough monthly income to cover that missing $1,300. Now imagine what that feels like. No matter what happens in the market, your housing is covered, your groceries are covered, your insurance is covered, your utilities are covered. That changes everything emotionally, because retirement is not just a math problem, it's a stress problem. When people are afraid of running out of money, they stop living. They delay trips. They avoid seeing family. They stop spending on things they enjoy. They sit in fear because they do not know whether their money will last. When you know your core bills are covered every month, you can relax. You can enjoy retirement more. You can spend the rest of your savings differently because you know the basics are handled. That is one of the biggest misunderstandings about annuities. Many people think they buy an annuity, all of their money is locked up forever. That is usually not true. The smarter strategy is often to use only a portion of your retirement savings for guaranteed income. Maybe someone has $600,000 saved. They do not necessarily put all $600,000 into an annuity. Instead, maybe they use enough to cover their monthly income gap to leave the rest invested in liquid or available for emergencies, travel, family, or growth. That way, they can get the best of both worlds, protecting income for necessities, flexible money for everything else. And this matters because retirement today is very different than it used to be. People are living longer. Many people will spend 25 or even 30 years in retirement. Longevity risk is real. If you retire at 65, live to 90, that's 25 years of needing income. That is a long time to depend entirely on the market, especially if you retire right before a major downturn. That is why sequence of returns risk can be so dangerous. If the market drops early in retirement while you are taking withdrawals, it can permanently damage how long your money lasts. That is one reason many retirees choose to use annuities as part of their plan. Not because they want every dollar guaranteed, because they want enough guaranteed so they can sleep at night. Now, are annuities right for everyone? No. There are different types of annuities. Some are designed for immediate income. Some are designed for future income. Some focus more on growth with protection. Some have more flexibility than others. That is why it is important not to buy based on TV commercial or mailer or what a friend's recommendation is. The right annuity depends on your age, your income needs, your health, your other assets, whether you are married, whether you want liquidity, whether you are more worried about market loss or running out of money. This is not about finding the best annuity. It is about finding the right fit for your specific situation. And most importantly, remember this: annuities are not designed to replace your retirement plan. They are designed to support it. Think of it as building a house. Your essential retirement expenses are the foundation. The annuities can help strengthen that foundation. Because once you know your core monthly bills are covered for life, you can enjoy the rest of retirement with far less fear and more confidence. You can stop obsessing over market headline. You can stop wondering if you are spending too much. You can stop feeling like retirement is one giant guessing game. Retirement is not about chasing the highest return. It is about creating enough dependable income so that you can live your life with dignity, confidence, and peace of mind. If you are not sure what your monthly income gap is, or whether an annuity might make sense for your situation, that is exactly what we help people figure out. No pressure, no jargon, just a clear conversation about what you have, what you need, and how to protect the life you work so hard to build. Because the goal is not just to retire without fear.